from a standstill to a breakneck 120 miles per hour in just 3.9 seconds. That's the promise that the Top Thrill Dragster roller coaster has delivered on since its first iconic ride in 2003. But the 420-foot-tall Cedar Point ride hasn't moved since a devastating accident left a woman with severe brain injuries. So in this video, I'm analyzing the incidents that ended the Top Thrill Dragster. It's a warm Sunday in Ohio on August 15th, 2021. 44-year-old Rachel Hawes has traveled from Swartz Creek, Michigan to experience the gravity-defying ride that lasts only 17 seconds. In reality, she has no idea that merely standing in line for this ride will change her life forever. As the Top Thrill Dragster hits the apex on its final descent, a piece of metal from one of the trains on the roller coaster breaks off during mid-ride and flies towards Hawes, hitting her in the back of the head. Her father, Robert Edmonds, witnesses the incident. He sees what looks like a black square flying in the air, hitting his daughter as the roller coaster train returns to the station. Where did the mysterious black square come from? And how did it end up flying off on the ride? When the Top Thrill Dragster launched in 2003, it was the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world. In fact, the Top Thrill Dragster gives you the complete drag racing experience, with true-to-life countdown of the so-called Christmas tree light before the roller coaster springs into action. It then launches 400 feet straight into the air at a 90-degree incline and a speed of 120 miles per hour. The ride then cruises to the peak before it flies straight back down, with a 270-degree corkscrew twist on the way down. While there are no official figures for how many people were queuing to ride the Top Thrill Dragster that day, attendance records show that the ride can serve over 900 riders per hour through its turnstiles. According to another bystander, the object that struck the woman flew like a metal disc through the air. The witness, John McDermott, who was standing in line for the ride with his girlfriend and 6-year-old son, says he was around 20 feet from her when he saw a piece of metal about the size of the palm of his hand hit the crowd, and then saw the victim sink to the floor, screaming in agony. Also queuing in the line on that fateful afternoon was David Vallow, a registered nurse. He said the scene was majorly chaotic, with crowds of people screaming and jumping over the gates towards the exit. Vallow heard someone yell that a woman was hurt, so he ran through the crowd towards the commotion to find her. Then he and some of the other patrons took off their shirts to try to treat her injuries as best they could. The park's emergency medical services arrived shortly after that. EMS body camera footage shows a group of people surrounding the spot where Hawes was lying on the floor. It also captured an off-duty county sheriff's deputy explaining what he witnessed during the traumatic event.
We all saw it fly off. The iron dragon that went down from the top of one of those things and shot downwards.
Hawes was taken to a nearby hospital with what reports refer to as an unknown type of head injury. However, a statement released by her family a few days after the incident stated that she was in the ICU in critical condition with a brain injury. But what exactly was this unknown metal object that led to this horrifying experience? Following the shocking events, Ohio Department of Agriculture investigators, who inspect all the amusement rides in the state, descended on Cedar Point. They conducted post-accident inspections, fine-combed thousands of maintenance reports, witness reports, and laboratory findings, and interviewed more than 10 Cedar Point staff. It was later found that the piece of metal that struck Hawes in the back of her head was in fact an L-shaped bracket that connects to the back of the roller coaster car. Investigators explained that the bracket, roughly the size of an adult male's hand, is connected to the back of the car and is intended to hover over the track. The bracket, or proximity flag plate, effectively communicates with the roller coaster operating system, telling it that the train has passed over a specific...
Okay, that's how Top Thrill Dragster literally broke down. Hopefully you like and subscribe and get out of here.